Hey guys, oh shit, you know what? Oh, well, whatever. Currently I'm doing a fight, but shit, she does a lot of healing. Okay, hold on. Let's treat this as not a training session. I was training a little bit, but I don't think we really need to train. So, like this is a fight that I was thinking of as sort of a training fight. Actually, you know what? Okay. We're in sort of a Marcellus Wallace, Bruce Willis situation here, actually, which is basically Bruce Willis has a fight. It would be dishonest for him to throw the fight, but he agrees to throw the fight. And then he'd be backing out of an agreement to not throw the fight because he agreed to throw the fight, and etc. So I said basically we're not going to do training sessions on stream, and so I was just doing some training here, and then I was like, you know what? Actually, I think it'd be better to basically. I think it's a good time to start streaming, and it's like, oh shit! Wait a second. So now I had already thought of basically going in a big circle around this area and fighting all the people on the way around, and then going to where we're going. I think where we're going anyway. But you know what? Okay. It was sort of in the spirit of training, though. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna stop this stream. I'm gonna go around and do that, and then we're gonna go not in the spirit of training forward. How about that? Okay, great. Hey guys, so you are okay? Why don't you live like it? I'd like to live like I am okay. So how about you live like you're okay? And we'll do it together. Oh, this is the saddest stream on Twitch. Actually, I defy you to find a more positive one. But I'm sure it's easy to mock in all sorts of ways. That doesn't mean anything about the stream if the mockery is inaccurate. But it may say a lot about the person performing it. I mean the mockery. Okay. So we've got some good Final Fantasy to do here. I'm looking forward to it. Maybe not too much, but I would like to really have fun with it. I'm looking to relax, and I think that this will be really helpful. Or I don't know. I'm just sort of talking here. I'm sorry, but let's see. Okay. Now, there are plenty of people who are in a lot of fear. And if you base your life on their fear, you're probably going to be disappointed. And it's kind of sad. Oh shit, wait a second. We're doing all that at night? What? Oh shit, hold on. That's 10? That's like... Oh my goodness, that's a lot. 10 plus... Oh my god, yeah, no, that's not gonna work, is it? I think it would work better if the reading were in the morning. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I'm getting sort of I don't know if I want to split that up. I really don't want to split that up. But in the morning, it's gonna be kind of fucking brutal. It's a brutal schedule, but let's see. Let's see what I come up with. Yeah, you know what? I think it's just better. I think it's just better, and we're just gonna do that in the morning, and we have enough time to stretch out in the morning for that. And then at night we can do the other thing. Matt, what are you talking about? I'm sorry. I'm sort of putting the finishing touches on something. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I'll tell you what. Like, here's the thing. Like, I do look to maintain read. Yeah, I do look to maintain not necessarily positivity, because I think that's, I don't know, but I look to maintain, I don't even know what it is, but I will say that, like, oh man, like, it's just, oh boy, it can be tough. It can be tough. And when I'm looking back on the way things have been, I'm gonna take the biggest sigh of relief. It's gonna be like at the end of a fucking movie. It's gonna be great. Yeah, how about that? See, how about that? We can let's think about how great it's gonna be. Looking back and kind of looking over the gulf and being like, thank God it's over. It's like the end of every horror movie. You ever see a horror movie? Like any horror movie? Well, maybe not every horror movie. Actually, sometimes it seems like this, and then there's an inversion. But like, oh my God, I love at the end of a horror movie, whether it's an inversion or not. Sometimes it's not. It's just sort of like it just feels like an inversion. But like for example, check out the movie Funny Games. I wouldn't necessarily, like, basically, sometimes there's a false relief, sometimes there's a real relief. Often there's a real relief with some hanging thread of, like, danger. And then sometimes it's not a relief at all. but it feels serene anyway. And I love the serenity at the end of a horror movie. So, you know, like Funny Games has a great one. I don't want to say which category it is necessarily, but it's great. House of a Thousand Corpses has a really, really great one. Not going to say which category it is, but I think you know if you've seen it. And yeah, that'll work, or at least hopefully it will. And then what do we got? I mean, then frickin' ooh boy. Like, there are a lot of good ones. Basically, like, the ending is usually like, thank God it's over. And like that, it's crazy though, because like I'm looking forward to that in my own life. It's like, I feel like I've just been pursued by the monster for years. It's funny. You know, like Halloween, where Michael Myers is lurching after them, or Friday the 13th, where Jason is lurching after them. Sometimes it's not lurching. Sometimes it's like quite severe. Like, you know, House of a Thousand Corpses. They're not necessarily lurching. And the title makes it sound like it's like a zombie movie or something. It's a little more similar to, like, whatever. In any case, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, at the end of the original, which is like basically an art film, just like Halloween. It's like, thank God it's over. The Shining The Shining doesn't have much of that. In any case, I love that feeling though, and that feeling, it's one of the most true to life things I think in all of movies. It's right there in your dang horror movies. It's like, oh boy, it's like you go through this nightmare, and then it's often like it's like the morning and it's like daybreak, and the character is just like like kind of just sitting there like kind of like there's a part in Pulp Fiction where John Travolta says, I'm gonna go home and have a heart attack. It's like that's what it's basically, that's what it is. Yeah, I did not make this. Wait, what? Well, I just made it easier for myself, and you know what, thank goodness I did, because that would have been so hard. Yeah, this is better. This is better. The morning is going to be kind of brutal, but here's the thing. It's better either way because I'd like to get all this stuff done anyway, and if I can pack it into the morning and then the night or the evening, whatever, then I have a real nice runway in the middle to do a bunch of other stuff. But here's the thing, if I can make it early enough in the evening, then it's not like, oh great, like I'm dreading waking up in the morning and then I'm dreading the evening. It's like, and then the middle of the day I get to do all the other stuff. It's like, oh great, like wow, what a oh no. And I'm only doing, well, in any case, it's a lot of stuff. But I'm looking forward to the end of it, and I think I've put together enough of an idea that not only will I have this to sort of augment me, but it's not just this in service of doing it. It's the path out. And once I'm living on my own, it's going to be great. Then basically, like, it'll be my reward to relax at the end of the night, or it'll be my reward to be at home rather than like, oh boy, it's kind of just a battlefield. I look forward to that. I think I can make it happen. If anyone can make it happen, I can. And I would hope that you feel the same way, just like Lil Wayne says in, I think it's Best in the Business or something, or there's some dedication to interlude, I think, where Lil Wayne says, like, if you're gonna be rapping, you better like be trying to be the best, because otherwise you're wasting people's time. If you're gonna be a rapper, you better be trying to be the best, or else what are you doing? So Lil Wayne's like, I think I'm the best, or I hope I'm the best, and I hope you think the same. Not necessarily about him, but like basically, like if you're doing anything, you gotta you're gonna try to be the best. I can do this. Now, you don't necessarily want to set up a schedule where it's like, I can do this. It's like, isn't the schedule supposed to kind of facilitate you? It is, but I think I've got a good one going. And yeah. So let's play the game. And let's see where it goes from here. Might seem like I live a life of ease. I'd like to live a life of ease. Not so. It's been fairly stressful so far, but you know what? Here's the thing. I think once it's like sort of a perfect system, then it's going to be so good that it's just like it's actually kind of mind blowing. And then I think then it becomes like other people are going to be like, oh wait a second, that's pretty good. And then maybe they can do it too. Okay, Vivi, So I did a little of this. Unfortunately, I got through a little of this already, but basically we were doing our circle around the field, and then it turned out that there was this ice cavern, and there was another place that I thought we were going to ultimately, but I think we're actually going here. So there were a couple lines of dialogue, and then I was like, oh wait, yeah, whether or not I was training, I want to actually do the, the non-training gameplay, the non-training game. Like we want to. This is part of the playthrough, so let's do it. I think so. It's supposed to be near Evil Forest. I've heard of it. It's supposed to be a beautiful place covered in ice. My grandpa told me about this place. He said the cavern takes travelers to the top of the mist. Bravo! Master Vivi's grandfather must be quite a scholar. We must thank him upon escaping the mist. My grandpa used to teach me lots of things, but he passed away. Oh, forgive my indiscretion. Don't worry about it. Well, why don't we go inside? Great. Ice cavern, right? Yeah. So yeah, so I'm looking to live as if I'm already okay though, because no matter how much I put in, it feels like there's still. I'm not trying to make an advertisement against myself right here. Like, well, it doesn't seem like it's working. No matter how much I put in, I think I'm just up against a lot of opposition, and so it just feels like it's just like this constant thing trying to scrape away at me again and again, and therein lies a big part of the reason why it's like, man, I want to get living on my own, because it just feels like something trying to tear out my insides. And it doesn't help that the people in town seem to be paid to stalk me. If any of this ever goes to court, like on a general scale, I bet you I'm gonna have a lot of defendants associated with my fucking name, and I'll be glad to say, yep, everybody in my town, you're going to jail. I'm no fan of the monopoly on force. All right, Garnet. Oh, what a beautiful place. Seeing the actual cavern is so much better than reading about it. Oh, how pretty. I wonder what kind of flower this is. Princess, please don't touch anything. Can we get moving? I'm freezing here. Okay. Can we, cool. Tent. This place gets blocked off, by the way, later, so we should, let's see what we can do. I think it does. You might ask, well, Matt, why are you playing this game if you... It's like, I'm not sure. I don't really think I like the phrase, like, we work hard, we play hard. It seems to me like just another one of the things that people who are pretending a pyramid scheme is an actual job would say. Well, we work hard, we play hard. It's like that's one of the things, that's one of the tip-offs that the marketing job you applied for is not actually a marketing job. But, not that all those people are bad, It's like, they often, it's like, oh, this is a marketing job. Like, they have all these euphemisms, and then you get there, and it's like, we're going door-to-door salesman. And, again, some of those people, actually, a place I was at, they're pretty nice, and, yeah, they were gracious the whole way through, and they were like, yeah, a lot of people, a lot of people don't continue with this, but some do, and when I left, they were like, yeah, we'll give you a good recommendation. I was like, oh, thanks. And, I meant it, and hopefully, I guess they did too, because I did get a job after that, so. Probably won't get a good recommendation for my pizza job, but that probably has a lot to do with the gang stalking. So again, I'll give a good recommendation to a judge. All right. Maybe, I don't know. In terms of, yeah, there he is, your dishonor. There he is. Oh, there she is. There he is. There he is. There he is. There he is. There, oh, they were living on this street. Just every single one of them. Yeah, it's. How much do they get paid to come after me? Oh wow, amazing how I was able to fucking persevere. Oh, they were public servants. If this ever went to court, it'd be like fucking Roanoke. Okay. And like there'd be some hefty fucking sentences too. Like they get away with murder. Like hefty. I mean like people aren't getting out. But, you know, whatever. Or, you know, probably like 20, 40 years. What, like the amount of shit, the consistency of it. If you want it, I'd like to stop talking about it just to not attract more of it. But if you're interested, you're like, what are you even talking about? Check out Karen Stewart, ex-NSA whistleblower. It's this you know, this woman like probably in her 50s or something. She's wearing glasses, and she just sits there and she tells you basically the whole fucking situation beginning to end, and she goes through it very calmly, fairly systematically, and it's interesting, and it's like, oh shit. Oh, you know what? I hope we get to a Moogle soon. We got an ether, but yeah, no, we should use a tent. We've been using our ethers a lot, darn it. Oh well. Yeah, you know what? You get as many ethers as you get, otherwise I guess you can lean on tents. Cool. Yeah, this is a great game. The wind lays out my path. Whoa, the wind lays out my path. Who said that? That's crazy. Get out of my way. What? Oh, I thought to say Titus. Shit, you know what? Zidon's about to fucking die. Protect girls is kind of nice for Garnet, but oh boy, Zidon's not doing well. Okay, you know what? In Garnet's, actually, she's gonna heal herself. Fuck, wait a second. What? Oh. Yeah, well, Vivi... Focus, what does that even do? Raise magic, oh, okay. Whatever, Vivi will attack. HP switching, what? Oh, come on. Is that guy supposed to be speaking? Like, he said the wind lays out my path? Yeah, I think this game has a lot of random battles. Huh? What's this? And you can turn them off, look. You can do battle assistance L1, 9999, that's L2. You raise your health to, I guess, the max. Or I think that is probably the max. You can probably break the max damage and go higher, but health, I don't know if you can. High speed mode R1, and then save travel R2. Save travel is no random battles, I think. What a strange wall. There's got to be something behind it. Hey, Vivi. Yes? Can you break this wall down with your magic? I'm coming. Vivi's like, oh boy. Whoa! I knew it. See? There might be other walls like this. I'm counting on you, Vivi. Sure. You can feel Vivi's like trepidation. Ether, well there we go. Actually, we'll give that right to Vivi. Thank you. Thank goodness you could do that without I don't know, without using MP. Yeah, don't live in fear. Here's the thing. That's sort of like the main point, and I've said it's the main point, you know, at certain points. But you know, fear is what's like if you feel like you're in just suffering and agony, and me included, because I felt like that a lot of probably almost every day for like years. It's probably mostly fear. It's probably almost entirely fear. And I mean like actually, literally fear. And so it's like, alright, so are you gonna live a life of misery? Or are you gonna be like, yeah, you know what, I'm gonna kinda let go of that. And you know, at a certain point it's like whatever happens is gonna happen. Even like eternally. Like you know, spiritually, existentially, whatever happens is gonna happen. Because you go through enough suffering and you're like, man, nah. Eckhart Tolle talked about it. I think he basically, he's like, yeah, you're gonna, the most suffering's unnecessary. Oh, these things, blizzard, but they're yellow. Wouldn't they be doing thunder or something? Oh my god. Yeah, these are insane. This is probably going to be a tough set. We probably want to run from this battle in the future, but let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, well Vivi's going to carry us through, but look at this. Oh, you know what? Zidane and Steiner might be good enough to take him out. Yeah, Flans, they're like slimes, or they look sort of like slimes from, let's say, Dragon Ball, from Dragon Quest. Not too different from Dragon Ball, though, given that it's, what, Akira Toriyama. It's the same, it's the Dragon Ball guy, drawing a lot of those things, but it's Dragon Quest. I wonder if that's partially why they called it that. They were based... I wonder if Dragon Quest is kind of a tip-off that it's like, yeah, this is basically the Dragon Ball RPG, but we didn't want to call it Dragon Ball, like we wanted to make it its own thing, so it's Dragon Quest, but it is Toriyama. I can't believe it. I think Dragon Quest might be closer to Dragon Ball than people even give it credit for. Anyway. Yeah, man. Yeah, the Flans, they're pretty serious. Slimes, I think, are fairly easy in Dragon Quest, but Flans, or Flan in Final Fantasy games, it's like physical attacks aren't great against them, and then Flan, but then often it's like, you know, you want to hit them with the right kind of magic, and not everyone has magic. It's like fucking Donkey in Shrek. He's like, but I don't have any friends. Oh, we gotta go around. Yep, there we go. Classic. Or not, oh no, it is like Donkey and Shrek, but not I don't have any friends. He says, but not everybody likes parfaits. Oh wait, no, not everybody likes onions. How about a parfait? It's funny because I think not everybody likes yogurt. I don't know. I don't know. I bet there would be a lot of people who'd be like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that was kind of the point. Donkey suggests this thing where it's like, actually, people aren't necessarily crazy about fucking... Probably more people would... There are probably a lot of people who would say, okay, I'm alright with onions, but as far as yogurt goes, no thanks. I like onions well enough. I was eating onions kind of a lot for a while, somewhat recently, and my throat was like, it was crazy actually. It was a lot. And Tony Robbins refers to them as irritants, and he says eat sparingly in unlimited power for onions. Yeah, I was eating them because I was thinking like on like the name of the sun god. You know, it's on ions. Maybe ion is like the opposite of it though. But it's like because lemons are supposedly good for you, and I like lemons. I was eating lemons for a while. I might order some lemons tomorrow. But yeah, I love lemons. I'll eat a lemon. But I think onions might be not quite the same. It's like obviously they're not lemons. Yeah, but I think they might be like the opposite of lemons in terms of whether you should eat them or not. Okay, what did we get from that frickin' whatever? We got the chest. It's more about getting the chest. Whatever was in the chest is besides the point. All right, hold on. Let me. Yeah, I've been having a tough time. And it feels like strength training, really. It's like I look forward to having sort of a level playing field. Wouldn't that be nice? And it's so funny too, because people would probably look at me and be like, "Oh, you're able-bodied, somewhat, whatever you'd say about me. Would you say I have a good body? I think I have an okay body. I think it's pretty good actually. But it's like, okay, you're able-bodied, you're a man, you're white, you grew up with, you know." I did grow up in a relative. Oh, I guess that is that guy saying that. It's crazy. I grew up in a wired. Get out of my way. I grew up in a relatively like nice set of circumstances. Way nicer than like growing up in a fucking city or something. And that was great. That was very helpful. But you know, it's for about probably 10 to 15 years. It's like way more. It seems like I've had a lot more opposition than just like, you know, people falling all over themselves to, you know, accept me or whatever. It's like, no, not really. So I look forward to, I don't know, you know, it's like, well, that's the ultimate privilege, Matt. Because now you get to, now when you're super successful, then you get to be like, yeah, and you know what, it's like, give me double the fucking experience points. Whatever, I don't know. I just, you know, I'm at 100, so hopefully, you know, basically, you are okay, I'm okay. What is the fucking, oh, okay, great. BB. Whoa, oh, thank goodness we did that. Whoa, okay, cool, great. That was Mage Masher, yeah. Okay, wait a second, that's for Zidane. And it's actually perfect, because he already knows Flea. Yup, there we go. Well, let's do a little bit of an investigation here. Do we have enough new stuff? But yeah, I mean, all of this is sort of besides the point. If you're okay, nothing really you have to say about anything. Oh, he's about to get Beast Killer. Ooh, wait, so he has Minus Strike. Bug Killer. You know what? Let's try to get Bug Killer while we can. Oh, she's about to learn Protect. Silk, sure. She has Cure. Yeah, we're good. We're pretty good. We're going well. Now let's get the potions. Yeah, so potions at a certain point in Final Fantasy games and maybe many RPGs. Potions are still pretty powerful, the regular ones. After a while, they're less powerful. But while they're still pretty powerful, it's kind of nice. It's like, yeah, this rules. It's like, oh, potion, yeah. This is great. Hold on. Sorry guys. See, here's That's fine. That's fine. Okay, this is good. That's fine. Wait a second. Not yet. Good. Good enough. Okay. Whatever. Hopefully this isn't too distracting in the background here. Oh, it's nice though. Oh, it's just to mask over whatever else is going on. Maybe let's get to like one more sort of cutscene-y thing, and then that'll be it. This will probably be a short one. Cave Imp. Yeah, you know what? Oh shit. Whatever. Any use for cure here? Not really. Oh. Fire. Cave Imp. Get him! Get him! Get him! Now, you know what? This game has sort of a hidden metaphor or a secret metaphor. This game has something that I wasn't even thinking about, but it's super empowering. So empowering. And that is how they were explaining trance earlier. We covered it in one of these streams, but they were explaining trance, and they were like, you know, the more you get hit, the more your trance gauge goes up. And then you have the ability to, I don't know, do whatever trance stuff you can do. You're going to be more powerful or whatever it is. But they said your friends hitting you will not bring up your trance gauge. Essentially, it's like you know, sort of emotional turmoil. Now it's interesting because if your friends hit you, that might be a sort of a stranger emotional situation than like so-called enemies, but it's so empowering because it's like whatever kind of like, you know, tumult comes at you, it's like they're giving it to you. They're giving you power. They're basically like Eminem. I said this earlier, but why do you keep giving me my ammo? If you all leave me alone, this wouldn't be my ammo. Basically, in this game, you get trance for going through enough shit, and it actually helps you. You hope you get hit so that you can get a limit break. And if we could go through life like that, not only would you basically become unstoppable and invincible, but it would actually be like people wouldn't even want to oppose you, because when they opposed you, you had the chance to like really unleash some power. And I think that's sort of the way things work. Check out the presence process with Michael Brown. It's like, yeah, it's like it's sort of like fuel cells. Your whatever, like emotional turmoil. Those are fuel cells basically that you can open up. But you know, whatever. Not that suddenly people are good just because they're opposing you. But you don't want to get into that. Uh-oh. Yeah, let's give Vivi that. And you know what? Let's take out one of the weirds. They're sort of saying poetry as they attack us. Those guys don't look like they speak English. Yeah, basically, and here's the thing, it's kind of good on all sides. I mean, I'm not saying that makes someone a good person for opposing you, but when someone does oppose you, not only might they give you sort of like, basically like, you know, you might feel enough like of an emotional surge that you're like, yeah, now I'm really gonna overcome. I'm really gonna wield some power. But also, from an outside perspective, now it's like, oh wow, look at all that person's been through, and they're still doing well, and indeed they're doing even better. But it's just like, if you handle it the right way, there's really no negative that comes to you from being opposed by anyone. The only negative is opposing someone. It's like Jesus said, what destroys a man is not what goes into him, but what comes out of it. When someone opposes you, they're destroying themselves. And it may not look like it, because these soulless demons might have their little, like, you know, reptilian smiles while they're doing it. They're destroying themselves, and you can help them destroy themselves by doing better when they hurt you. If you sort of go into like, if you go into this kind of like pit of devastation and depression or whatever, if you like, you know, really you're like, now you're like down, then look, I'm not blaming you for that, because these monsters came after you. But what I am saying is that they're probably going to get some kind of satisfaction out of that. That still doesn't mean they're good, and they still kind of destroyed themselves by hurting you. Just look at it; they're destroyed. But if you can use it as ammo, and you can be like, you know what, I'm gonna do so well. Like, I'm just gonna, man, it's just gonna be great. Then you end up looking way better than you even would have otherwise. You know, assuming it's not every person in the world who's against you. It seems like that to me. I think I'm in a Truman Show or something. But in any case, if you're a regular person in the world, maybe if you don't have some kind of crazy gang stalking situation going on, you might end up looking like, to most people in the room, you might end up looking really good. Even to the fucking gang stalkers, you might end up looking really good. But who gives a shit? You know, some mean person is going to give you points. It's like, yeah, those are tainted points. But yeah, if you overcome, not only have they done something morally wrong, but it's just like they probably don't get any satisfaction out of it. Basically, every time someone comes after you, you probably have the potential to like just sort of reflect it back to them in a way where basically it just total self-destruction immediately, depending on how well you do. Huh? What's this? So, self-destruction for them, which it is anyway. Whoa. So really, like, anytime someone comes after you, rejoice, because they're giving you a fucking you know, they're giving you a chance to show just how good you are. And indeed, if they're coming after you, that already shows how good you are, because bad doesn't go after bad, or at least they don't really seem to relish in it like the way they do relish in going after good. And, you know, I don't know, maybe they do sort of go after bad. You know, there's no honor among thieves, I suppose. But it's like, the bully ain't picking on a fucking... Bullies are picking on the particularly innocent kids, or the kids who are really, like, standing out. The bullies aren't picking on just, you know, just the schmoes. If you're getting bullied, that means that you're doing something right. And if you're getting bullied by just about everyone in your neighborhood like I am, you might be like a fucking superstar. Okay, let's keep going. So rejoice. But you know if you're a superstar or not. Although I will say, without much positive like feedback, it can be sort of like you know, whatever. Let's not get into it. Whoa. Now, which way is the shorter way that isn't? Oh, great. Okay, perfect. Huh? What's this? Great, Vivi's time to shine, man. Whoa! Hot, hot, hot! You bastards! Whoa! Oh, I can move again. Thanks, Kubo. Active time event. Teach me, Mogster, lesson 2. Hey bro, what are you gonna teach me today? Lots of neat stuff. I'm gonna give another interesting lecture today. Okay. Save Moogles. Elemental properties card game. I don't really need any of this. I'd like to see Trance again, actually. Your powers increase. It's really amazing how much you can change. Yeah, check out Richard Bandler and John Grinder, etc. Here's some facts about Trance. About Trance. 1, the Trance gauge increases as you take hits from the enemy. Yep, there you go. Doesn't increase if you get hit by other party members. Yeah, if you turn into a zombie, if you turn into some kind of brainwashed person, then you're going to be sort of, the power supply is off. When the trance gauge fills completely, it's party time. But I made a little gesture there. I rescind any gesture that would imply or denote or whatever that my power gauge is off in any way. When I released that, could any negative effect from that be released and dissipated? Now. Okay. When the trance gauge fills completely, it's party time. Yeah, end of a battle goes back down to 0, decreases to 0 as you take actions. You could say the origin of trance comes from hostility. Yup. The hostile energy of the enemy's attacks induces trance. That's why being attacked by your allies can't cause trance. Also, hostility, that's what it is. Also, I heard that there is an ability that helps you achieve trance faster. Yeah, I'm glad we looked at this again. Hostility. And that's, I feel like that's often what like feels, what's been kind of a point of pain for me. It's just, like, why is everybody so fucking hostile? Like, come on. Like, it's just, almost everywhere I go, almost everyone I talk to, there's just this sense of, like, hostility coming at me. It's like, look, guys, you don't have to work with the demons. Like, you don't have to be bad people. By the way, the trance gauge appears both in battle and in the status menu, which is under the main menu. Unfortunately, not everyone can achieve trance. I guess it's only for the chosen ones. Or maybe it's just a myth. I've never seen anyone achieve it. Gosh, bro, you sure know a lot. Yeah, I know. Okay. Magna. Hey, you gotta deliver a letter to what, Gumo? It could be Gummo, but that should have 2 M's. Gumo for me. Kupo. Sure. Thanks, Kupo. Moas. Moas like Lois. I don't think he's getting any mail, because I don't think, I think we're not coming back to this place. Oh, wait, what do we have? Let's save And then let's go to the end of this cave. Let's not live in fear. As funny as it may sound, when I made that sort of like little gesture, like it did feel like some kind of psychological or spiritual like sort of like thing where I was like doing something to myself there. So not super, that. What is my now feeling about that? Could I welcome that? Would I? When? What is the sense of wanting underneath it? Could I let go of wanting control? Okay, great. Yeah, wait, did I, fuck it. I think I did just save, but let's just make sure. You don't want to leave unsaved and then, oh, ice cavern, yeah, whatever. You don't want to leave something unsaved and then suddenly you're redoing stuff. Okay. Shit. Damn it. Let's do a 10. Now this is instructive because I don't even want to go to the menu. We got to do 2 tenths. For some reason in this game, you got to do 2 tenths. I don't know why. It's like, Matt, are you sure? Pretty sure. I don't want to waste the tenths. Okay. Actually, let's save again. Yeah, it's just so much hostility, and it's like I don't know what people like dislike about me either. It's funny. It's like I don't know. Is there a lot to dislike? I think I'm pretty honest. I think I care a lot. I think I'm pretty good. I think I kind of treat everyone kind of like an equal. I feel like I think on some level, like I'm almost hitting it on all marks 100%. Beyond just like you are okay and like so you're 100% anyway. Like I think in terms of like what I'm doing, I think I'm doing it like I don't know. But you go around and people are just mean. I don't know what is it. Vivi, hurry up or you'll be left behind. I'm coming. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Master Vivi, are you okay? That could have been bad. Oh, that could have been really bad. Yo, Rusty, you're not alright, are you? What happened to you guys? Hey, Rusty, move it or lose it. Get up. It's no use. Oh no, Garnett, not you too. Garnett, she's out cold. Shoot. I'm falling asleep. What's that sound? It came from over there. Is somebody there? It's like being Malcolm's friend and Malcolm in the Middle, Stevie. Shit. Why didn't you fall asleep? You should be dead by now. Are you the one causing this blizzard? Shit. Hee hee hee. That's right. It's just Zidane? Ice Giant, Sea Lion, come before me. Oh shit. Go, Sea Lion. No time to steal. You can't kill him. Oh. Well, I guess we should kill him then. Thanks for telling me. Oh, crap. Yeah, let's take out the mage instead, I guess. Luckily, his magic is kind of weak. Black Waltz is such a cool name. Very cool. It's inspired, actually. Ugh, Sea Lion, kill him for me. It's just perfect. I don't... How would they have even thought of that? I don't know. Shoot. I know there's like Black Mamba and stuff, but... Still. One more, but then... Oh, shit. Blizzard. Okay, Blizzard. Then we have to heal again. You're probably going to use a high potion. It's just Zidane. Yeah, we'll use a high potion. And he's going to go into trance, so that works. Oh, he probably will. Blizzard. Oh, thank God we have one. A regular potion would have done 150, but I want to get him back more, yeah. Not quite. We could have waited. Oh well. In this game, you can actually wait. You can just wait until they hit you again. Oh. But yeah, you know what? There's no... Why would we wait? Tidal Flame. Let's fucking do it. Yeah! Oh, that's it. Okay. You defeated number 1, but number 2 and number 3 will reclaim the princess. Who's there? Yeah, who's that? Oh, whatever. I've got to go back and check on them. Oh. I like how if you don't know whom it is, it's just like, maybe that's why it showed it in a different way. It wasn't in a dialogue bubble. Zane! Hey there, everybody okay? You, what just happened? It was no big deal. You're hiding something. Hey, nothing happened. You heard me. You didn't touch the princess, did you? Just what are you accusing me of? Steiner, he said nothing happened. Why are you being so rude? My apologies, princess. Well, I'm glad everyone is safe. Shall we move on? Zane, is something bothering you? No, it's nothing. Is there something down here? Come on. Come on. Come on. There's gotta be something. Oh yeah, look. No, really? Nothing? I want to press X a little more. No? Okay. Yeah, sometimes they'll hide treasure chests in like behind things. I love how they're all just dancing. Look at Vivi, he's having a ball. Critical, 16. Okay, so this is kind of training, but it's training along the way. Like, I'm not going out of my way to get random battles. We're moving to the end of the thing, and these are the battles that are coming. So we could run from them, but I'd rather just battle anyway. It kind of shows, basically, I think the game is probably balanced well enough where you get enough battles that if you just keep fighting the battles that come across you, you're probably gonna not need to do too much extra training, if any. We're just doing attacks. Whatever. I don't want to waste. I don't want to spend really any MP. Oh, that's interesting. So I think Steiner was maybe set to attack the one that died, and so he went to the other side, but then Dagger went down the line. I don't know. I don't know why they would have been attacking different people. Because I was just pressing X. But yeah, you know, it might be just as simple as like, you know, any pain, any suffering, it's just unnecessary, or most of it. And, you know, you can just, like, you can make up all these, you can come up with all these reasons, or you suspect all these reasons, perhaps, why, you know, it's worthwhile to agonize and stuff. But then eventually it's like, you know what, like, fear isn't really protecting me. Ah, great. We made it through the mist. Oh, the sun feels great. Look, there's a village. I think I've been there before. It sounds like you've been everywhere, Zane. The only other worlds I've visited are in books. You may have been to that village. Let's go visit. Wait, hold it. You're a princess. You can't just go rushing in there. People are looking for you. You need a new identity. Insolent fool. The princess need not sneak around. Besides, we're heading back to the castle. You leave her alone. And you will address her as princess from now on, you silly peasant. Damn it, Rusty. Why don't you just shut up? Who do you think you are? I don't take orders from a stuck-up jerk like you. You guys, stop it, you two. Steiner, I do not intend to return to the castle. And I do see Zidane's point. I need a new name. Zidane, what is this called? That's a dagger. All knives of that length are called daggers. Short swords are a bit longer. The big sword you hold with both hands is called a broadsword. And, oh, okay, I understand now. So this is called a dagger. She's like, I didn't care about I didn't want to hear about all the swords today, and just tell me. Princess, it's a weapon. Please be careful. I've decided. From now on, my name is Dagger. Yeah, and we can make it not Dagger. One interesting thing about her calling herself Dagger, and this is, I was talking about this or thinking about this, whatever, when I beat the game last time. I've only beaten it once, but Dagger is like the male archetype. So like the upwards facing triangle, it's like maybe the sword or the dagger. I think dagger is like one of the terms for it. And the downwards facing triangle is like the cup or the chalice. And the downwards is supposed to be, it represents feminine. The upward represents masculine. And so there is sort of like kind of a, there's sort of like, I hate to say it, there is sort of like a transgender type of thing going on here. And so she's referring to herself as Dagger, and so that's like specifically a masculine thing. And as we see later in the game, I don't want to say exactly what it is, but let's just say that her hairstyle changes. She has a different hairstyle, at least at one point, and she looks less feminine than she does now. And so that, with Dagger, with her wanting to be taken away, like, and she's kind of sort of playing the active role, like the, I don't know, the penetrative role rather than the receptive role so much in like her own kidnapping, which she actually wants to happen. She's sort of, it's like sort of a Mulan kind of thing, and Mulan was around this time too. There was a lot of, I think it was just sort of Square Enix, whether intentionally or not, they were going along with a certain trend here. But I think it might be intentionally because they did pick the name Dagger, and so I think this is probably some kind of dark occult thing. And I like the game, but I think it is sort of like a hermaphroditic agenda. Hey guys, okay, so I've only got like a little less than 10 minutes for this. I just did my morning thing, and it was good, except there was some energy on, well, it was in a part of the room, but it was kind of like, anyway, um, I gotta really do some room cleansing here. But I'd like to do this before I go on with the rest of the day. And yeah, it's hilarious actually. Like these monsters around here have been doing the crazy, like it's just all morning they've been doing this crazy, like I wonder what they're doing outside. It must be about the same type of thing they do elsewhere here, where they start a road project and then they either never finish it or they make it like 100% worse. Yeah, don't come to Rhode Island. It's the worst. Okay, so anyway, let's do this, and if we can get this done, then I'll be at the part where I can do a little more training, and then maybe I can come back and do the next like stream, but it won't have like direct training associated with it. So anyway, I'd like to breathe until 4, and then let's see what we can do. Okay, so here we go. Oh, hold on. Okay, so let's just read this, and it should be fun. Um, may seem like I'm sort of apprehensive about it. I like doing this, but you know, you're fighting like a bunch of battles at once. So okay. I will be called Dagger from now on. What do you think, Zidane? Is that okay with you? Wait a second. Zidane's asking, is that okay with you? And then he's saying yes or no. I don't know if they've arranged that quite properly. Great, Dagger. Now let's work on your speech. Try to sound more casual, like me. I shall try. No, no, no. What would Vivi say? Just say, alrighty. Alrighty. You're getting the hang of it. Well, let's go. Yeah, so here we are. I anticipated that would be super short, and it was, and so great. We're going to get the Moogle out here, we're going to save, and then I'm going to move on to the next thing. I'd like to come back and do more of this game today. It should be a lot of fun. It has been fun, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying, trying to get to a place where I have my own living situation, and therefore, anyone who's coming around, it's going to be someone that I want around. And actually, perhaps even moreover, there won't be some sense of obligation to even interact with other people, because currently it still feels like there's sort of an obligation I have to interact with people, where then it seems like they take the chance to try to just in bizarre ways, actually, like to the point where like they're acting just really odd, like they just try to take the chance to do things, and it's like, nah. Hey guys, so live as if you're already okay. That's a secret. Perhaps the greatest secret, that you are already okay. That might be the greatest secret, actually. Because that's the one thing nobody knows, right? Like, nobody. You look to Tony Robbins. Well, I mean, I guess, sort of asked and answered if you're looking to somebody who's, like, gonna have a lot of helpful stuff for you. But you do, you look to somebody who has a lot of helpful... Actually, but here's the thing. Tony Robbins says this isn't to consider... Actually, he kind of says this too. I think he says, like, basically, this isn't... None of this is to justify yourself as a person, or, like, to, It's not really about your inherent worth. I don't know. Because then again, it's like, well, constant, never-ending improvement... But maybe Tony would say, well, that's on the relative level. In fact, I'd like to read the constant, never-ending improvement section today. Maybe I will. Read constant and never-ending improvement. That's funny. But yeah, Tony. But so let's leave Tony out of it, because I think Tony might be a little hipper to that. But hold on. But anyway, you're okay. That's like a big secret. Because as Tony says, anyone... Well, because I think it's towards the beginning of Unlimited Power, maybe even Awaken the Giant, when he's like... I think he says, like, anyone looking to tell you you're not okay, like, you better watch out, because they might have other plans for you. But anyway, that's huge. That's gigantic. And people can surround you with their sort of fake smiles. And I think there's a video got recommended to me I don't know, perhaps this is the goodness coming through or something, but it's like Eckhart Tolle, I think he's like, it's a video of him and it's like, why does everyone look happy? And then the thumbnail maybe says it's all fake. Why does everyone else look so happy? It's all fake. Now here's the thing, it's like, well, Matt, you smile and laugh, and like, are you faking it? It's like, well, I'm talking about, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, basically, I think if somebody's coming up and sort of trying to aggress against you, like, I had an aggressor today. I had a bit of a little aggressor, and, like, I think this is just, maybe we can sort of talk about gang stalking along the way, whatever, just a little bit. Probably not a lot. Because I actually haven't been thinking about it, like, that much recently. Like, for a while, like, it was almost like, you know, you can hear me, like, hear in what I'm talking about. It's like, you know, after a while you're like, well, was anything really going on? Because it just seems so outlandish. But then it's like, all right, then a certain person pulls up to deliver something to your house, and that person is of a certain category of people that you've had issues with, in terms of, like, they've you know, attempted to do a lot of damage to you. And and he's wearing a shirt that says American on it. And he gives me, like, this sort of, like, bizarre little meaningful, like, reading, like, just, it sounds like it has a little extra emphasis in a way where it's like, do I know you? I think he might have delivered something to my house before as well, so maybe this is like, I don't know, maybe but it was for something else. So I don't know, maybe this person is like just assigned to me or something, I don't know. But in any case, so he gives me this little, like, you know, this slightly more meaningful than seems right greeting. Slightly more meaningful, like, this sounds like there's something behind it a little more than, I'm delivering something to this person's house and I've never seen them before, I don't know them. Because even if it's like sort of anonymously maybe delivered something to my house before, it's like, all right, like, you're gonna give me some, like, have I ever had an interaction? Whatever. Anyway, it's like, how do you know? It's like, because of the name. It was a fairly distinctive name, notice, whatever, driver. Anyway. Also, by the way, doesn't Peapod Stop and Shop usually have a truck associated with it? This time it was just somebody in a sedan. I don't. Maybe if they don't need a truck, they don't use a truck. That would make sense, but still. But then at the end of the whole, like, interaction, this guy does these little, like, fake coughs or something walking back to his car, and that's like a classic, like, or these little, like, sort of, like, you know, kind of getting on you, hounding on you coughs as he was walking back to his car, and it's like, oh, that's one of the, like, this big things that people point to that, like, you know, stalkers do. Like, when somebody's stalking you and they're sort of like, they're looking to kind of be not covert about it actually, but overt. They're looking to sort of, like, just get on your nerves. They're sort of looking to, like, get your attention. They'll do these little, like, they'll like do a little cough when they walk by you. He's not the only person, you know. Basically, I've had someone in the past, and this was sort of like, this was in retrospect, it was like, oh shit, that person, I've talked about it anyway, but in any case, this person did that little coughing thing as he left, and he wasn't coughing the whole time. He didn't seem like he was a big smoker or anything. Didn't seem like, you know, he didn't cough at all, nothing like that. And then he did a couple of little cough things as he was like leaving the house. It's like, all right. But even then, see, I'm sort of describing this because even then, when you have, like, these little, like, you know, racially selected, seemingly, and I'm not saying any race is better than any other or any worse. I'm saying that somebody may have been selected because of something to do with some profile somebody might have on me. So these, like, racially selected people who are, like, potentially anyway, I'm not saying yay or nay, I'm saying it seems like this might be the case, who are, like, specifically, like, you know, screwing with you in a variety of ways, wearing a certain t-shirt, and you know, like, either letting it leak through or kind of, like, emphasizing, like, little tones and stuff, and, like, it's like, Matt, that all sounds crazy. Hey, look, God bless you. if you don't have to deal with stalking. But I will also say, if you don't have anything like that going on, look, actually, never mind. I don't want to doom anybody to that. But I will say, like, let's put it this way: if you do have stuff like that going on, it probably means you're doing something right. And so, God bless you if you haven't dealt with any of that. But if you have, then you're probably like, oh yeah, like, okay, there are enough signals, because that's like it's like I'm basically to confirm something, you look for like little signals of like, well, how many things are gonna seem to have some confirmation associated with it. And it's like, oh shit, like, if like 3, 4, 5 things line up within like a 5-10 minute little interaction thing, not even 10, with just a few. Oh yeah, there we go, we got the 2. It hopped from a 0 to a 2. Well, these are probably the people paying that guy. But in any case, yeah, you look for enough things, and it's like, all right, well, if you have enough hits of confirmation, then wouldn't that be deemed the scientific process? Or like something like that? It's like, well, Matt, the scientific process is very specific. I'm just saying, wouldn't it be deemed like some kind of legitimate investigative process to, when you see like enough commonalities in like a given situation with like sort of a pattern of situations, then perhaps that means that it fits right in. I don't know. It's like, because it's not like one thing, it's like a few things. But here, more than a few. But here, if a few means 3. But here's the thing. Or seemingly. Here's the thing. Greatest Secret, you are okay. In fact, I've got the book The Greatest Secret here. I've got the book The Secret here as well. But we're doing The Greatest Secret right now. And I like The Secret. I think The Secret's great. I really do. And I think it's really helpful, and you may like sort of laugh to say that I think it was really helpful, because it's like, oh wow, Matt, you're one of the many Secret fans who doesn't seem to like, have all the things they would have ever wished for. Maybe it's like, nevertheless, like here's the thing, as shocking as it may be to some people, sometimes things aren't all about money. Didn't Zidane say something like that? Anyway, in one of these, he had some kind of snippy retort to somebody. Oh, yeah, no, well, let's go fucking see it, actually. It was right here. Let's see. So it might be shocking to some people that someone might be, sort of aiming at something that's not, like, primarily, if you're aiming at one thing or another, your primary aim wouldn't necessarily be money. But look at this. Dalian Library, for your reading pleasure. How to Save 1 Million Gil. Earn Money the Easy Way. Making Crazy Money, Volume 2. And Gil is the money, the name of money in this game, whatever. These books suck. Exactly, right? So, look, I like this book. I think this is great, but sometimes what you're going for is not necessarily like money and stuff. Sometimes you're going for something else, and then you'd like to have other circumstances that are like in a certain way as well, but like you're watering a certain seed. And so there's another book that Rhonda Byrne put out. Look, I'm not here saying necessarily that, Rhonda Byrne is the be-all, end-all, but I think perhaps she put out like the 2 biggest truth drops of all time. First, Law of Attraction. If you want like certain things, you're gonna attract them or not, maybe. So that's everything in the relative. And then The Greatest Secret. And what does that say on the back of this? Every question will be answered, every desire will be fulfilled. Never again do you need to be afraid, never again do you need to suffer. And so anyway, yeah. What I'd say is that, look, I haven't read all The Greatest Secret. How many pages? Looks like I'm on page 38 or 39. As far as the regular Secret goes, looks like I'm on page 140. So, and I've watched the movie The Secret, etc. But I'm just saying, biggest secret, if it is true, you are okay. Sort of by a long shot. Biggest secret. Anybody like watching this, like whether it's a bot or somebody like laughing and jeering or mocking, or somebody looking to take somebody down who's just doing the best he can, and is really trying to. Actually, doing the best you can is a super high bar. I don't know if anyone literally does the best they can all the time, because, it's like, are you exerting exactly, absolutely as much as possible every second? I don't know. But Anybody looking to ruin people's lives or hurt people, it's probably a secret from them that you are already okay. Because if they were like, oh, I'm okay, then they'd probably be like, what the fuck am I doing to other people? So there you go. Good one, guys. All right. These books suck. Indeed. Dagger tries harder. Oh, look at that. I must speak with this girl and learn how common folks speak. Welcome. Yes. Can we talk for a bit? Talk? What should I say? I'm from the country, or show me what you're selling. Well, let's not get into dishonesty here. Well, in that she might be from the city. Gotcha! Can't you see I'm with a customer? But I just heard something awesome. Awesome. Can't you see I'm working? Please. I mean, don't mind me. Here's a chance to listen in on some conversation. Thanks, lady. I was gonna say... Okay. So that was funny. Dagger's like this princess, and she's looking to sound like a regular person. Oh, look, it went back to 1 after I started playing the game. Oh, yeah. Well, look at you guys. Or whatever that is. I don't know. It might be... Whatever it is, though, it's... Yeah, this is just yet another thing where you can actually use deductive reasoning, and you can say, it seems strange that I would consistently go directly from 0 viewers to 2 viewers, and then it would generally eke off to 1, or maybe eke off to 0. Who knows if the PlayStation is showing zeros these days. It seems strange that it would so frequently not go like to 1 and then to 2 later or something. It's like, oh no, 2 right away, 2 at the same time, 2 at the same time. Then you stream maybe later that day or a couple days later, oh, 2 more. 2 at the same time. And they don't talk, they don't say anything, it's just 0, 2. So yeah, but in any case, I hope you guys find that you are okay someday, and then you don't have to be harassing people for money probably stolen from other people that you probably would also harass the second you were told to. Okay. Matt, we would harass anybody for any reason. Yeah, I know. That guy's sleeping. The better person, the better. Yeah? Oh, there's a cat. Okay. Oh, it's you. What should I do? I don't want to give in to my brother, but everyone else is making money except me. Oh, interesting. I wonder if he put those books there. Hey, wasn't that customer traveling with... Or maybe everyone else, as in the people he knows, and they put those books there. And because they were reading those books, they were making money, but he's not, because he's not reading the books. I wonder. He's not focusing on it. Innkeeper Hal. I won't have to give in if I tell him about them. I wonder if he's one of them. He's definitely one of them. Yeah, they're looking at our friends. See? Exhibit A, Exhibit B. This game, like many other games, actually, if you want to see me talk about this, well, a little about it anyway, check out Dead Rising. Dead Rising, a free man. Actually, you could, the Kingdom Hearts video talks about sort of like this anyway as well, but these, Exhibit A and Exhibit B, they are termed the dead by the Dark Occult. Now, they are not that the Dark Occult is good, but these people are basically, they have certain filters, and then they see somebody who matches that filter, and they ostracize them right away. They are the dead. They are ignorant townsfolk. But I don't want to criticize them too much. Basically, and here's the thing, they actually do have a reason. As with much else in this game, there's, and much else in general, there is like some sense of like, well, but these kids are looking at him in a funny way because they think he's a black mage. He is a black mage. And black mages in this game, or so this all seems, black mages in this game are known for being kind of violent, and indeed they tend, like you saw, we fought Black Waltz in another stream. He's basically like, in one way or another, he's being led to sort of cause destruction, or so it seems. And so they see Vivi and they're like, oh, he's one of them. Now, of course, Vivi is, he's like one of the most lovable, adorable characters there is. But if people sort of ostracize you or something, take heart. You might be like Vivi. Hey, Vivi, what's up? Zidane. Nothing. I was just thinking. Ah, I see. You met a girl. No, nothing like that. What? Don't tell me you don't like girls. Oh boy. I never really thought about stuff like that. I'm always thinking about girls. I'm popular with all the ladies in Lindblom. Come to me if you have any girl trouble, okay? Sure, thanks. Okay then, we need to decide what to do. I'm gonna look for Dagger and Rusty. Do you mind heading back to the inn? Sure, I'll head back. So, what were you staring at? Nothing. But I keep hearing a sound like quack. That's the sound chocobos make. I'll see you back at the inn. Okay. What are chocobos? Chocobo? Ah! Huh? Forget Steiner. I wonder where Dagger is. Okay, let's check out the active time. Cat's Eye 2. Hee hee hee. Oh, the look on his face. He sent someone to pick it up right away. All I need to do now is keep quiet until the guests leave. Gotta pretend I'm asleep. Hee hee hee. Pretend he's asleep. Oh, that's interesting. And what are these little kids saying now? Hey, hey, hey. We don't have to work the farm because of them. Yeah, them. Well, there you go. No, because there are violent black mages, but a lot of people aren't really concerned with what the truth is. They're given a program, and then like robots, they follow that program. I wonder if it can run and stuff. Oh, who's this? I love chocobos. Here, listen carefully. Did you hear that? I did. Okay, what time is it? Oh, 3:56. Okay, so this is probably a good end to the stream. Yeah, this was a bit of a funny stream. I'm looking to do actually like a longer. We're getting through bit by bit of the story here. So if you go back, you can watch what's happened so far. But anyway, I'd like to do a longer one soon. Maybe tonight. That would be fun. I got something good done today. Pretty good, I think. And yeah, today was fairly productive. often it just feels like you're being splashed around in the tide, and then you kind of look back at the end of the day and you're like, so what, what does all this amount to? And I think it amounted to something good today. But in any case, hopefully, maybe be back tonight. I don't know. I don't really necessarily want to give too many plans, a la the guy who, basically it's like, people may be sending people to your door or creeping around the windows or something if you give them plans. But nevertheless, maybe I'll be back later. Who knows?